Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Daniel Dubois gets out of jail after suffering a disastrous first round against the unheralded former cruiserweight KEVIN Lerena. Dubois, I was going to say floored 3 times. He was floored once and then took a knee on 2 separate occasions, or appeared to take a knee. Certainly the second knockdown was taking a knee. The third, Lerena was coming forward. That was right at the end of the first round. And he sort of landed a couple of scuffing punches, but Dubois' legs just weren't working after that first knockdown. He didn't see it coming, the hook. Lerena landed it on top of the head, and that's all she wrote. I mean, Dubois was all over the place for that first round. But the first minute, and of course this was a fight that many expected Dubois to win very early, and in fact he did win it early because it was stopped at the end of the third round in favour of Dubois. But you thought, is this going to last a round? Dubois comes out, heavy hands, looks so much bigger than Lerena. Then that hook lands, and very nearly a disastrous first round for Dubois. Caught cold, as they say. Dubois, of course, is the WBA secondary heavyweight champion, whatever that means. I think it's all garbage. I think the WBA is garbage, but he holds this belt. In the second round, this was his first defence, and in the second round, he comes out. He's still extremely tentative. Shane McGuigan in his corner said, don't even throw any hooks, keep the jab going. In a sense, he was saying, keep him off you and get yourself back on an even keel, get your legs moving, get your legs working again. And he was, as I think Andre Ward commented during the first round, he said, look, Dubois is firing punches without bothering about hurting the guy. He's more concerned once he fires a punch with getting his hand back into a defensive position. That's definitely true. Very good observation by Ward. And Dubois was, as again Ward said, he's there for the taking. First minute of the second round, Dubois looked pretty terrible. You know, his legs clearly still weren't fully under him. Jabbed a bit under instructions. But Lerena, 30 years of age, 6'1", much the smaller guy, took his foot off the gas. Did not go for it. This was his chance at stardom, at fame, fortune, all the rest of it. Who knows, maybe even if they can't make Fury Usyk, maybe Lerena could have fought Fury or Usyk. You know, big payday. But he took his foot off the gas, and gradually, I say gradually, within maybe a minute, Dubois was back in it. And he was firing punches with a bit more intent. Now, the third round, more of the same. Dubois started to feel his way into he was feeling his way into the fight. He was landing heavier punches. Lerena stalking him, probably fell into the trap of thinking, all I need is one punch. I've knocked the guy over. I've had such a bad effect. I've got 3 knockdowns to my name in the first round. All I've got to do is land another big punch and I'll have him in trouble again. It's a classic mistake that a lot of fighters make, and Lerena seemed to make it. Was stalking Dubois, but Dubois suddenly, with his legs back under him, began to fire punches with a bit of intent. Some nice 1-2s from Dubois. And then a right cross gets through the guard, and Lerena is on his backside. So it's now 3-1 in knockdowns. Lerena gets up, appears a little shaken, but doesn't look too bad. Dubois goes after him, and this is the difference. This is the difference between the winner and the loser. Lerena put Dubois on his arse in the second round, took his foot off the gas. The one thing you got to say about Daniel Dubois is he can finish. He's a very, very good finisher. Tore after Lerena, got him on the ropes, fired punches in bunches. There was one, I think the one that really started the big avalanche was an uppercut, which caught Lerena bang on the chin, snapped his head right back. The other punches, they were landing. And Dubois, interestingly, was firing to the body as well, which was a really good sign. He actually did that in the second round, I think. But Lerena was all over the place, defenseless on the ropes. And as he crumpled into the ropes, good old Howard Foster, who likes a stoppage, doesn't he? Let's be honest. He stepped in and stopped the fight. And Daniel Dubois remains the WBA secondary heavyweight champ. But my God, that was a scare. I was quite shocked watching it. KEVIN Lerena, like I say, a much smaller guy, a former cruiserweight, has got wins over Mariusz Vach. That was his last fight back in September. Not that long ago, really. Unanimously outscored him very, very widely. Knocked out Bogdan Dino in 4 rounds, I think it was. Doesn't Dino fought Am I right in saying Dino's fought Daniel Dubois, possibly? Um, and I remember him from his cruiserweight days, Lorena, because he beat Ferret Arslan, who was about 82 years old, still fighting, by the way. And of course, he beat Sefer Safiri, who, you know, gave Tyson Fury one of his toughest fights. Yeah, 3 rounds he got rid of Safiri. So when he moved up to heavyweight, I didn't expect anything. I thought he'd get wiped out by Dubois very early. And again, he did. He got stopped in 3 rounds. But did I expect that first round? Never. Never in a month of Sundays did I think he'd give Dubois that amount of problems. And this is a big question mark over Dubois' chin now. Even though the punch got him on the top of the head. And it wasn't a chin punch. It wasn't a bang on the button punch. But the brittleness with Dubois was evident in this fight. And it's kind of, with Dubois, I know people mature at different rates. And I mean, Dubois is 25. And by the time he was 25, Mike Tyson was maybe not finished, but he was on the downside of his career. So people mature at different rates. But at 25, maybe you could say Dubois is still a little young. I don't know. He's a big unit, isn't he? But nah, 6'5", big lad. He shouldn't be having problems with a KEVIN LERENA. He really shouldn't. So yeah, what did you think of it? Were you as stunned as I was in that first round? I think a lot of you probably were. And what do you think about Dubois? What question marks does this leave over Dubois' chin? Not his heart, because he came back well. He listened to instructions. He did appear really jittery at the start of the second round until he realised Lorena wasn't going to try and finish him. But I don't know. He went 10 rounds with Joe Joyce and then quit because of the busted eye socket. I didn't berate him about that as much as other people did. This, to me, even though he won in 3 rounds, is more of an alarm bell than the Joyce fight, the way he quit in the Joyce fight. But I guess you can get caught cold. That can happen to anyone. But what did you think? Leave your comments below, and thank you for watching the video. Like the video if you liked it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. That would help us out a great deal. Takes us seconds, free of charge. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. We've got more fights to come tonight. It's a good weekend for boxing, this one. We'll speak again soon. In the meantime, thank you very much for your time, and take care as always. Bye for now.